Welcome to Rapid Fire Wednesday, HR Q&A. I'm Kimberley Robidoux, a partner at WR Immigration located in San Diego. And with me today is co-managing partner of our Boston office, Miki Matrician. Good morning, good afternoon to you, Miki. Good to see you again.
Hi, Kimberley.
Since our last H-1B CAP LinkedIn live discussion on March 6th, we've been working through the H-1B CAP registrations. In that due course, we received several timely questions that we have selected for today from global mobility and HR professionals. So we're going to walk through those questions, and I'm going to ask the questions. Miki's going to rapid fire the answers. So here we go. We have multiple related entities in our organization. Can we include all of them in the same company group and submit all H-1B CAP registrations through that company group?
Yes, and that's the good thing about this year's system is that you can submit registrations for different entities under one company umbrella profile and use that company group.
Awesome. And CIS has been giving some updates on that, so it might be a little tricky at first, but we're getting the lingo down, so that's awesome. All right, Miki, here's another question. What if the administrator that signed off on or submitted the H-1B CAP registration through the organizational account is not available when we are ready to file an H-1B petition for a beneficiary whose CAP was selected or whose registration was selected in the lottery? Can another individual at the company sign that H-1B petition?
Yes, absolutely. So the person who's submitting the registration does not need to be the person who's signing the H-1B petition, particularly, even if your company is filing the H-1 petition in paper, that signer does not need to even be on the organizational account for the petition.
Awesome. All right, next question. Our attorney has said they send us an invitation from the system. What do I do now?
Yeah, so the invitation is going to come to your inbox from no reply to uscis.dhs.gov. If you already have an account, then you would basically click into that email and then you're going to be prompted to log in and you go to my representative page and then there's like a my invitations toggle. If you don't have an account yet, then you're going to go into that email and then it's going to prompt you to create a new account and then you will navigate through all the notifications and terms and conditions. And then there's going to be 3 tiles where you select review your invitation. That's how you'll navigate.
Awesome. So next question. Our attorney representative sent an invite to collaborate with the organizational account, but there was an error in the company name. What do we do now?
So the best thing is to not accept the invitation and contact your attorney offline. The USCIS portal won't let you kind of ping your attorney through that portal. Just contact them offline and let them know about the update that's needing to be made. Then the attorney can create a new invitation and start that process over again. You don't have to wait for the other invitation to expire. It's okay that other invitation is still kind of on the account. You can accept the new invitation and kick it off from there.
Thanks, Miki. Yeah, it's one of the things, right? The invitations just have to expire. We can't withdraw them or delete them. So that's a good pointer. All right. Here's a question that we've received multiple times from various HR professionals, and it's a good question. So if a parent company submits a registration on behalf of a beneficiary, can a subsidiary company of that parent also submit a registration for that same beneficiary?
No, this is important. Related companies cannot submit duplicate registrations. That is a major no-no. So, you have to communicate within your company to determine which entity is going to submit a registration for the particular beneficiary.
Thanks for making that clear to everyone, because that's a really important point. Next question we have, we already submitted our registrations, but we now have a few hires in F1 status that we need to register under this H-1B CAP registration. Can we submit another batch of registrations?
Yes, absolutely. So you can submit additional beneficiary registrations all the way up until the window closes, March 22nd, noon Eastern. Just make sure that when you're doing additional registrations that you're not submitting duplicate registrations by mistake. So cross-check. Talk with your attorney to make sure that there's not duplicate registrations being submitted.
Perfect. Right. How will I know as an HR professional whether a sponsored employee has had other companies submit registrations for them?
Yeah, so this is an interesting new development, right? Because you won't know unless the beneficiary tells you if they have had multiple companies submit registrations on their behalf. So this, you may have heard the term beneficiary centric tossed around this year. In past years, each submitted registration basically got equal chances of selection, meaning if you were a foreign national and you had three companies submitting for you, then each registration was being counted. And so you had an increased chance of selection. But this year, in the beneficiary centric system, USCIS is going to select based on the person's passport that's being registered. So each person essentially has an equal chance of selection, regardless of how many companies have submitted on their behalf. But what that means is that when the selections are made, the registering employer is only going to see that the selection has been made for the beneficiary. There's no visibility into that beneficiary selection with other companies. So, companies won't know if their employee or the candidate beneficiary that they entered into the lottery has other selections. And each employer can submit an H-1B petition for those selected beneficiaries. So it's going to be interesting to see how all of this plays out.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how that goes, especially if it impacts any of our clients. That'll be a new one for us, right? So, Miki, any additional tips on H-1B CAP registration?
Yeah, so as we're doing registrations with our clients, seems like new glitches are cropping up, and then USCIS fixes them as they go. And we're seeing kind of new notifications. This morning, we did a registration where an error message popped up saying that the G28 was not being accepted. We did it again, and then it fixed itself. So, be flexible. And we're just talking about how, you can submit registrations all the way up until March 22nd, but don't wait till the last minute because there may be glitches that come up at the last minute, and you can save yourself the stress by being ahead of the game. And the other thing that we're doing in our office is we're telling people to save screenshots of the submitted registrations with a date stamp so that if anything happens to the registrations, if there's a glitch, you have a record that shows that you submitted the registrations during the window. I know that one of my team members this morning said that last night they had done the registrations, but then when they went to take a screenshot of it, it had disappeared. This morning they logged in again and it appeared. So, there are things happening on the platform. So be flexible, be patient, and leave ample time to have the glitches fixed.
Those are really important tips, Miki. And as we see USCIS doing their tech talks weekly, sometimes more than once a week, the good thing is that they're at least identifying some of these glitches, but be flexible. It's a great point. And we do have time. We still have a little over a week, so we're plugging along. And with that, if you have any questions, please post a comment or send us a direct message. If you don't already, please follow us on our LinkedIn page for WR Immigration, as well as mine and Miki's profiles. Good luck with your H-1B CAP registrations. And Miki, I'm looking forward to seeing you in Boston for National Day of Action next week.
Yes, looking forward to lobbying for immigration reform and more CAP H numbers.
Good to see you again. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.